made it to Cleveland okay. Got here right on time. The boyfriend just walked away, but we're at the Agora actually. We're going to see Metal Church tonight. And we're just going to walk around for a few minutes, maybe find some cool people to talk to, and maybe I'll find something film-worthy, maybe I won't. Either way, see you again in a few minutes. Recording. Okay, pretty lady, tell us who you are.
My name is Isabel Poling. I'm from San Francisco, California, and I'm currently on tour with Hatchet. We've been on tour for Metal Church for this whole 3-week run. And while I sell the merch, I also design my own clothes. You can see some that are hanging here. They're basically just things out of band t-shirts. I started, you know, just altering shirts like I think a lot of girls do because they don't fit us. And I kind of just, that was the only thing I liked doing, so I pursued it, and I ended up going to school for fashion design. And
which school did you go to?
I studied fashion design at FIDM, the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising in San Francisco.
Oh, nice.
And I graduated 2 years ago.
Awesome. Okay, so why don't you show us a few of your pieces here. I see you've got some Iron Maiden, some clothing items and other things as well.
This one I always put in the front because it's probably the nicest one, also the most expensive, so people aren't always willing to drop $300 at a show.
Yeah, that's actually what grabbed my attention.
Yeah.
As we were walking by, I'm like, ooh, Iron Maiden, and I just kind of like reached.
Yeah, I love this. I kind of want to keep this, but I'm like really determined to sell it because I need to not just make cool stuff for myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a totally 100% made from scratch. A lot of times people think I just sew t-shirts onto things that are already made, but that is not the case. This was all just cut from a piece of fabric. With the t-shirts, it's got zippered pockets, it's got a lining inside. So I did study, and I do pay a lot of attention to details and to utility. You know, I don't want to make things that are kind of like showy pieces. I want things that people are actually going to wear.
Yeah, things that make sense. Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, awesome. So, and how long did it take to create this particular piece?
Something like this, I mean, at least 3 full work days at least. I kind of take breaks and I'll move on to other projects if I'm getting frustrated with something, because sometimes you just get to the point where you're torturing it and you don't know what you're doing. It's like, I gotta put this down, I've got other things I can work on. But yeah, something like this, you know, the price tag reflects how much work went into it.
Yeah, and I don't think people fully appreciate the work that goes into something like this, and they kind of expect art to be philanthropy.
Right, and especially with clothes, people are used to buying things that are made in a third world country in a sweatshop and not
precisely. So
in the United States by one individual person, not a corporation.
Okay, and show us a couple more pieces.
Okay, let's see. Something I've started moving into more recently is men's clothing. This one's a men's, it's men's extra small, I'd say. Here's a flannel shirt, basically, but the same idea, piecing the parts of the shirt, you know, within the seam, so it's not just like slapping a patch on top of it.
Right.
And I feel like men's clothing is always more challenging than women's because you kind of have to make it more subdued. Men don't want flashy stuff, but you also have to make it something interesting enough that's going to justify them, you know, paying for something that's, you know, both a better made and a more kind of extravagant piece.
Yeah, it sounds like it's very well thought out. Like,
yeah,
you put a great deal of thought.
So, yeah.
Yes.
This one's a skirt. Something I've been doing a lot of lately is making these flared dresses and skirts. I think they're very flattering. This one's a size large. I do like to make things in all sizes.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I don't, you know, you see a lot of custom designers and they really don't do that. It is more difficult, it uses more fabric.
Yeah.
But I think the whole point of custom clothing is I can make anything for anyone, any size. And actually this one's really skinny, as you can see, but I just ordered a second dress for him, size extra large, so I can better, display to people that really I'm all inclusive. I make stuff for any size. There wasn't room to take it on the road, but I do have that. As soon as I get home, I'm kind of hitting the ground running with this.
The skirt, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so how about some of this stuff on the table here? Is this
Hatchet stuff. So this is
just their merch.
in the band,
okay,
and it works out that when you're kind of a lower scale band, you have to cut expenses pretty much as possible. So a lot of people can't afford a merch person, but since I make my own stuff, make my own money, I kind of just get a little bit of a stipend. But basically I'm working for free.
They keep cigarettes. Huh?
Yeah, well, I don't smoke cigarettes, but beers, yeah. But you know, it really kind of is a nice symbiotic relationship because it's like I sit here all night doing nothing, and actually I don't have them out yet, but there are sewing machines down there.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you might want to come back once they're set up and you can kind of see me in action, and it feels like performance art sometimes because people kind of gawk at me like, what are you doing? But
all right.
It keeps me occupied. It keeps me from just drinking all night and getting hammered. And
no, not drinking all night? Well, that's
no, I drink a few drinks while I work, but you know, when there's nothing to do, it's just like, want a beer? Sure. Want a beer? Sure. Want a shot? Why not?
All right.
It keeps me responsible. It keeps me on my best behavior.
Well, thank you so much for your time and for showing us your wonderful creations.
Oh, thank you. And it's Hammer Heart Clothing is the name.
Hammer Heart?
Hammer Heart Clothing, named after the Bathory album. But if you just go on Facebook, Instagram, Etsy, just type in Hammer Heart Clothing, I'll be there.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
My name is Michelle, by the way, and my YouTube channel is called DIY Darkling.
Okay, do you have a card?
No.
Well, let me...